but more of just like Ruby can give a lot of difficulty to a Lancelot.
Yeah,
a well-timed second skill.
It just sucks to play Lancelot when there's a Ruby on the enemy. You know, you can't burst them down or anything.
Especially if it's a Ruby that really knows how to time that second skill. It completely wrecks your flow and gives you like that moment of vulnerability if you get caught by it, to just get dealt damage by your opponents, forcing you to use that Phantom Execution out early.
And there it is.
Beatrix ban.
Blue.
Well, to be fair, that's going to be the signal here. And RSG is like, alright, but if you don't ban the glue, we get the Beatrix, and apparently that's going to be the other way around.
Yeah, if they pick up the glue here, though, NXPE can decide to pick up the Yuzong early.
Early on, yes.
Yeah.
And let's see. They might be forcing that Gambit.
Yeah,
I'm thinking maybe Yuzong Matilda?
Do the early. Yeah, do the early pick on the Yuzhong.
Yuzhong Matilda, Cadenza. He's so good on the Matilda. Or Haze.
Yeah, and it's open.
Yep. This is going to be it.
Sure.
Oh, we've seen this match from the recently concluded SEABO qualifiers, ladies and gentlemen. I'm buying Yuzhong Matilda. I like it.
Yeah, one of the two, right? Is
At
gonna
least
get
one of the
picked
two's
up.
gotta show up.
At least one of the two.
At least one of them's gotta show
That's
up.
gonna be that's gonna be NXPE playing into their strengths plus countering your opponent's first pick. That's exactly what you want to do here at this point. Unless NXPE has other plans, like they want to play like a different composition that does not use a Yuzhong or a Mafilda. But to be, what comp doesn't use a Mafilda in the first place?
There's a lot. Edith is actually open as well. They can pick it early. Oh, they get it! It's the Edith and the
Lilia.
Lilia? Oh wait, no, yeah, Lilia. I mix up their voices. So
There's the Mafilda.
They're both little girls, yes, but there is half of our prediction at least. So I guess they're saying, Sagitno, just hunker down, bro.
Yeah,
like we'll
let's
try
just
to
have fun with it.
We'll try to get the Yuzhong on the swing back if it's still there.
Well, RSG can't ban it out in the first place right now. So
Again, they can do that same thing, yeah.
yeah, they can just go for the third pick as well on the Yuzhong if they wanted to. That's what they're thinking.
Oh, there's the
the
Lancelot.
Lancelot.
And they pick up a hero that Aqua used incredibly well in the national team qualifiers, that Kagura. NXP also took away the Lilia because that's an Aqua comfort pick.
It's a big dance around the mid lane here.
Oh, yes, this is the mid lane duel. If in gold lane, it's the Brody versus Clint. In mid, it was Kagura versus Lilia.
Yep. It's going to be so much fun to watch for sure. But again, roaming on the Matilda means that I think Cadenza will want to go more aggressive here. And they have the tools to do it early on. Pre-level 4, this duo on the mid for NXPE can actually dish out some pretty good damage. So I would not be surprised to see a bit of an invade here happening in the early game.
Be able to use that combo of Lilia to just steal away purple buffs, yeah.
Well, and this the Yuzhong? No. It's the Ling.
So we're seeing signature picks for the two junglers, rock hard.
Alright! That's gonna be fun. This is gonna be a
Definitely.
lot of fun here.
And I was thinking though, what if that Lilia isn't going to the mid lane? What if that's a gold
Come
lane
on.
Lilia?
Donut Lilia?
Yeah.
Donut.
What if? He
I
is
think-
more of a marksman guy though.
Exactly. So you're nerfing a lot of what makes this player amazing.
We'll see. I mean,
It's not out. It's not out of the realm of possibility just
yeah.
yet.
I have no idea what NXP does on their boot camp, you know, so...
It has been a fair share of time, like what, almost a month since we last saw Donut play.
Yeah, I mean, he probably came up with a new flavor of donut.
Yes.
Because this guy loves donuts.
Yeah, that's literally the story of his
That's
name, right?
his... They posted that on their Facebook. His name is Donut because he loves donuts.
Correct.
Gotta respect
So-
the man for honesty and simplicity.
There you go.
Good stuff.
Next play, Evo's taking away options from Light, his trademark Kufra, which is just going to make H2O's life miserable as the Ling. RSG, they can take their time here. This fourth ban can be anything, and then the next one just definitely has to be the Yuzhong.
Yeah, that's going to be it. We got one good pick here for... what's a good... What do you call this? What's a good XP laner here for NXPE that RSG can answer? Uranus?
Your team is banned.
Maybe
That guy.
there's the usual.
That guy.
Nope, not wasting any time. Like,
Yeah.
Panda's not playing, man. Panda and Coach G, they're not playing around.
Yeah, if NXP wants to, they can honestly just play the Uranus for a
Your
really safe
team
pick
is
up there.
banned.
I mean, it's not going to be a terrible thing. Esmeralda's also still open. So in terms of the safest XP laners, you
By-
can also play the XP lane Edith. NXP did that a lot.
By the way, sorry, we have to kind of highlight, we got a hot swap on NXP. It's not Sagitno playing, it's Reshi.
Oh, Resh is coming in.
Edith.
I did not know.
Edith then. Suplex
That's
City.
Edith.
Suplex City. Okay, so 3 out of 5.
Or Flamey Boy. Toms.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got-
Can be, but
Yeah.
3 out of 5 of the APE Sports All-Star pickup from NXPE EVOS in the offseason are playing. So maybe better chances here.
Gotta keep our eyes on the prize there. I did not notice the name tags on the bottom until I had a good look. So
Thanks for pointing that out. It was kind of blocked in my
it is also blocked on my view. So
Blindside.
so it'll be fun. It'll be again. We got the option to go for Edith here, which I think would be great for NXPE. They need some of that tankiness on their side.
Your team is
Oh, not yet picking it up.
Spicy lineup for NXPE. It's like damage all over.
Yeah, no, I don't think they are rushing to pick up the Edith anyways because RSG already has their XP laner.
Yeah.
But, oh no, wait, they might be able to steal it away.
Tank.
Light can play it. Yeah, in the
Yeah,
mid.
that's the tank.
Tank Edith is a possibility. Oh no!
So I think they also wanted Donut to get his hands on the Brody. Again, it was either the Brody or the Clint in the offseason when Beatrix wasn't available. So it's a classic matchup in the gold lane from the national team qualifiers here in the Philippines. Again, this matchup of RSG and NXP happened there also. So
Even throw back to
running
M3. As far as M3, this
Yeah.
is
As
what's
far as
happening.
M3 also, yeah.
Yeah, and Brody definitely has the upper hand on paper, although Clint does kind of spike in the mid game. So I think NXP can kind of scale up faster here if they get a great early game. Like if Cadenza can like get first blood on top side, or if the mid lane duo of NXP can get a first blood on mid. This lineup for NXP can level up so much faster than RSG.
Yeah, they have rotational speed going for them as well, especially with the Ling and the Matilda. And there you go. We are going to see Ureshi playing his trademark XP lane Edith. We're going to Suplex City.
Yep. And NXPE, again, the tankiness of the Matilda is just not as tanky as normal. But I mean, other like tanks, but you gotta look at the big things here, man. Range advantage for NXP on the mid. Range advantage for NXP on the gold lane. I think their only weakness here is gonna be the XP lane.
It's also going to be interesting to see the timers of Demon Kite and H2 when they decide to enter the fights. Again, the presence of a Ruby messes up assassins such as Lancelot and Ling.
Yeah.
And H2 will have to play the Ling up against that Ruby. But at the same time, if RSG aren't careful and they push out or engage a little bit too far from their back line, that's going to be opening up their Clint to potentially being taken down by H2's Ling.
Yeah.
I think they are switching up the surprise factor. If in game 1 it was Eman with the Wesker, this time it's Aqua with that Kagura.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, Aqua has been historically just so good no matter what the matchup is when he plays the Kagura. So there's that.
He's not afraid to just burst out. He will toss that umbrella and make it rain.
Yep. Don't know the efficiency of a Kagura against a Matilda though. Again, that's the advantage they could have. So let's load up and see what happens after.
Here comes game number 2 in this best of 3. It's match point for RSG. Can they score the sweep against Next Play EVOS? It's going to be, as expected, mid lane Lilia on Yelly Haze going up against Light and Aqua on the Kagura. A lot of expectations for this mid lane because, again, we know how these side lanes are going to work, the relationship between them. It's more in the mid. And already, look, Cadenza's starting up strong.
There you go. This is the invades I was talking about. NXPE, they have the tools to do this against Demon Kite.
Oh, forcing out an answer. There's the Thorned Rose. Cadenza might bite it here.
Oh!
And there's going to be first blood. Demon Kite. Now the Demon King taking down that Matilda.
Yeah, NXPE waited way too long to go in. I mean, if you were gonna pressure, you do it. You don't wait and think about it.
That's several wins for RSG already. They even took the Little Wanderer.
Yeah. It's going to be much quicker farming here for Demon Kite, or at least NXPE made that process much faster. And we saw there what I mentioned earlier. Aqua will not be afraid to make it rain with that Kagura. He is an incredibly aggressive and efficient Kagura player, but I'm pretty sure NXPE know this and will adjust accordingly.
Well, to be fair, I mean they didn't really have like the biggest advantage in the mid lane, but they took advantage of NXPE's like indecision, you know, and that was pretty big.
Yep, and this was one thing we mentioned, that if RSG was the one who's too aggressive or the one who takes too long to make a decision, they can be punished. But lo and behold, minute 1, it's the other way around.
Yeah, decisional advantages for RSG, and again, that's Demon Kite's aura, right? Like he's gonna make a command, like RSG's gonna follow through so hard.
Oh, already possible engage down bottom. Demon Kite getting bared down on by Ureshi and H2. There's a suplex and the Tempest of Blades taking down the Lancelot. Demon Kite bites this one and Nats raining down onto Ureshi. It's a trade 1-for-1 so far. But Turtle
Follow-up.
priority goes over to NXPE EVOS, not unless Light has something to say. Yelly Hayes put that a third of his health.
No
And there's
Black
gonna be
Shoes.
Aqua trying to find one. Black Shoes just came up.
And again, that was almost there. And Kagura as well did not really have the tools to go for the fight.
Not
so,
yet.
yeah, good destabilization at least for NXPE. Although top lane, apparently NXPE's the ones are getting advantages as expected against the Clint matchup.
Oh, there's a lot of money on Donut.
Yep.
That's the full shield.
So, yep. That's NXP at least knowing their advantages in this map, knowing that, you know what, we can leave Donut alone. He's still going to win. And that's what they were banking on here right now. Because everyone else on the map just has a little bit of a hard time controlling RSG.
Yeah, now RSG have to help out Eman to maybe get a little bit more gold from the shields before it goes down. That's why we're seeing a rotation up top there for Light. And by the way, despite the start of RSG, it was actually H2 who was able to hit level 4 first, just by a few seconds. But now it's Demon Kite who was able to hit level 6 first.
Yeah.
Turtle of the game, the first one, going to RSG.
That's kind of like the hidden H2O buff for NXP. Like, for some reason, even if NXP is losing, like H2O just always is ahead for some reason.
Where does he
at
find
certain points?
Where does he find the XP? Where does he find the gold? I don't know. It's just John Paul Salonga things.
Yeah.
But
You know how sometimes you find like a 20 or 100 in
your
pants?
pocket. He always has
Even
that.
after the laundry.
he's got 1,000.
Yeah, he has 1,000 right now. in his
Speaking of
pants.
1,000, let's look at the gold, the XP, and the items. Where are we going here? 3 minutes, 45 seconds in.
Clock of Destiny already locked in there by Aqua. Yelly Haze doesn't have his first item yet, so in terms of the damage output, that Kagura is going to have more of it in spades.
I think if we're talking about H2O, it's more like he's just an efficient player, right? He's just so efficient with the movement. He gets gold fast, XP fast.
Oh, I'm offended on the LA. He's forcing out the black shoes. H2 to the rescue. This duo in mid, not going to let anything slide so quickly. Purple secured by Demon Kite. Cadenza going to disengage. Oh, forcing out an answer. Look at the push by Donut. First blood on a turret up top. Not even before the carts start turning plain.
Somebody's got to stop Donut, man. This guy is just snowballing like crazy.
Yeah, 4 minutes and 21 seconds to take down the first third of the game in the gold lane. Yeah, that's very, very fast. And Donut is definitely going to be very comfortable with the gold he got from lane. It's going to be NXP being able to rotate more.
He even wants a piece of the gold here on the bots.
Yeah, I have 15
he's rushing
seconds.
towards it.
I have 15 seconds.
Let's go.
Well, it
No
looks like
minion
we're
wave,
going to
though.
get it, yeah.
Yeah, minions are too slow.
I love it. I mean, that just shows you also the game sense that Eman has. He knows that Donut's getting a little greedy, so he's freezing. He's letting it slide, and just like that, tit for tat, RSG finding answers. Aqua getting bared down. Shadow energies and glooms right on his head. Down bottom, it's the gold lane and roamer duo cleaning house. No more shields to be spoken of, and neither team prioritizing Turtle. What's going on?
Yeah, time to look at this turtle, man, because I think RSG has had too much objective control in this game. NXPE should start moving around this area while they have kind of an equal power levels, on XP levels rather, on RSG's members.
Oh, that's a 2v2 down bottom and a 3v3 here near the turtle. Phantom execution used up by Demon Kite. This is weird. The junglers are using their kits as assassins on objectives.
That's true.
Oh, there's a fight down bottom. Kaka, says Cadenza. I'm offended. Eman, clean up house. That's going to be the ult. And Aqua trying to find out if he can finish the job. Answer is no. Both teams. This 3v3 going to turn into nil.
Yep, NXPE wanted to take advantage of Donut's positioning here, but the rest of the members couldn't really flow alongside the minion waves. They can't touch those turrets just because of the control that RSG is showing on bot.
Yeah, despite Donut being able to just completely destroy that tower up top, maximizing the gold, it's only somewhat of a 200 to 400 gold difference between him and Eman. So Eman still keeping it close despite all that. Probably because RSG were able to secure the first 2 turtles of the game.
Yeah, guys keeping up. Absolutely. Despite the natural advantage of of Donut over his hero.
Same story as game 1, I guess.
Oh
right?
yeah.
You leave Donut and then you leave Eman, and they both are in a position where they know what to do. So it comes down to the rest. The other 4, and look at this. Light gonna come in. Undefended! On to 3. Cadenza in trouble. Demon Kite gonna try to finish the job. Not before Light gets traded out. 1 for 1, but Demon Kite's not done. He's gonna find one. Thorn Bros. Donut with the stun. And a torn apart memory. Healing, killing spree. Triple kill
Not
for
done.
Demon Kite. The Demon King's gonna go down. H2 shuts him down. But H2, he's gonna survive as well. Not unless Eman has something to say. 4 for 1. RSG trading up the wazoo.
Red team turret has
The
been
burst.
Goodness. Man, RSG's playing so quickly. They react and they follow up so well. It looks so smooth. The flow of their movements around that team fight was just fluid.
And we're seeing just trends of the first game show up here in the second game. They're trading really well, and RSG making the most of what they showed in game number 1, which is their quick reaction. Yes, they lost Demon Kite. Yes, they lost Light. They were also able to make sure they got to take down H2 and Cadenza. It was an even trade there in the end. RSG, very small lead, but because they got the first 2 turtles of the game.
Yep.
Well, it's not that big of a win, but this 3rd turtle will be. It's going to keep increasing that gold lead just a little bit more.
Yeah. Again, I have to still give props to NXPE despite their little bit of losses. Look, the gold is just 1,000 apart. Despite all of those. Despite everything that happened.
I mean, for a relatively high kill count game, we're at a kill per minute, just a little above that.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's what you can expect from these 2 kinds of teams. But as it is, it's up to NXPE to stop RSG from going 2 steps ahead. They're one step ahead currently,
yeah.
But
Currently.
if they let this go, it's going to be 2 steps ahead. And looking at the items, oh my god, Aqua, he picked up the truncheon.
Yeah. Sometimes just 1 step is all that RSG needs to like finish off an opposition. Because as long as Demon Kite's not way far behind, he can make stuff happen. This guy can pull off miracles.
Oh, look at this. They're about to collapse down onto Yelly Haze, forcing out the black shoes. Demon Kite puncturing on through. Yelly Haze survives, and a little bit of hesitation, but there is still that tier 1 in mid.
You know what I really like about how Demon Kite plays a lance? Like, right after the Phantom Execution, he disappears like right away, straight into the puncture, like nothing happened. His mechanics are just outstanding. Like, I have to always mention that whenever I see Demon Kite play.
Yeah, he's literally like that anime character who just unsheathes his sword and then everything around him just gets cut.
Yeah.
Like he's just standing there like, shing.
That's how he plays this lance. Beautiful.
Oh, torn apart memory already spent by Donut. Not enough stacks on Nats to make that a threat. But look at how well NXPE was played the map. Look at how H2 has just silently over the past minute or so cleaned up side lanes, leaving Eman and Nats to clean up. Like, there's no free fights for RSG to take here, at least not until a couple minutes, since they can claim the map blue.
That's the resiliency of NXPE, right? Like,
Starting up strong, Phantom Execution into a Thorned Rose, forcing out the Tempest of Blades, but he gets pulled in by the undefended. Light gets H2, and now Yelly Haze not in any shape to take this fight. That's a 1-man advantage, a retribution advantage for RSG to turn this Lord into a free one. Cadenza in trouble, goes on, flickers out of here. That's going to be the Lord still in jeopardy. Nats going to be in trouble. Split, survives, but just barely.
right? Again, resiliency and knowing when to stop. But I gotta say, man, you saw that picture-perfect pull-in by Light on a Ling of all heroes.
He timed it so well.
That was perfectly timed.
And that's what we're talking about when Ruby's on the field up against Lancelots and heroes like Ling. Great timing by Light. And I just have to say there, NXPE made a great call though to actually force that fight despite them taking a few hits beforehand, because they knew if they can land the hits and deal damage, they might be able to force RSG out from taking that Lord, and they did. So that was a defensive engagement, and what they were defending was this Lord. So now both teams have a closer chance, or NXPE has more of a chance of being able to contest it. But I also have to commend what Nats did there. Cadenza actually locked in the Circling Eagle on to Nats, and Nats flickered over the wall so that RSG can potentially take Cadenza down, but Cadenza had a flicker of his own to get away.
So far, so good here for RSG, just keeping that momentum on their side. They know they have a little bit of an advantage on the map with Nats on the field.
Oh,
Donut can't really go in hard too much.
Yeah, both teams playing footsies. Again, neither want to spend an ult to try and win this false engage because both of them know that this is not the perfect window. Check out what H2 is doing. He's sent another huge wave down bottom.
The
and
split seat.
It's Nats who's forced to answer, and they need Nats though. Honestly, they need Nats here. Phantom Execution on Demon Kite. No one home. That's going to be one ult that they need to count on.
Yeah.
Neither RSG or NXPE want to give up this Lord.
Because of that, it's another reset, ladies and gents. And we have RSG on the free K goal lead. They want that. They want that Lord actually. Oh, playing up a little bit here with fire. And these are just small stuff that can actually get NXPE back in the lead. Like, if Aqua does a little bit of a slip-up or Demon Kite, that could be it. I mean, NXPE, they're kind of squishy. I have to reiterate, they got massive damage still with the nature of their composition.
3 items each for the marksman. Donut actually going for the Wind of Nature. So he has more survivability, but in terms of the raw damage, Eman has just a little bit more of that. We know how the Brody works and how much damage he can deal from range, and once he lands those torn apart memories with full marks. But now RSG really do have to be, or especially Demon Kite has to be careful of when he goes in, because if Donut has the Wind of Nature up, he might just waste a full-on Lancelot combo on that Brody.
Yep, and to be fair, a lot of next play EVOS, their lineup hasn't come to fruition just yet. We haven't seen amazing engages from Moreshi. We haven't seen H2 use the Phantom, the Tempest of Blades to full effect yet, right? So I think it's just a matter of time. The power spike is not here yet. Yes, it's been delayed because of how strong RSG has been in the early game. Now Cadenza might bite it, survives, and I think we're at the point of no return. This Lord has got to go down here. After it becoming luminous, Demon Kite just secures it. Ureshi eats a face full of yin-yang overturn. There's a stun. Yelly Hayes in trouble. Has Black Shoes in tow. And H2 going to retreat. And just like that, next Evo's just decides we're going to deal with the Lord.
Yeah, 1-4 Rose puts people in half here. That's how far ahead Demon Kite is in this matchup. Oh, gosh. And H2O, I mean, he knows he can't really go toe-to-toe. Right? So that's why he is splitting up so often here. And that's, to be honest, that's the right call. Like, if you're behind like this, split up. Just try to get a little bit of attention here so that RSG can't turn into a 5-man death ball.
Suplex City on the light, but it's not a full-on engage. A little bit of hesitation from Cadenza and Yelly Hayes there.
Now it's Nats doing the split.
Split.
Yes.
Literal split.
It's in his kit. He is supposed to do that.
It's literally there.
Yeah.
Nice attempt of Next Play EVOS to quell Lord down bottom, but there is going to be a push in mid. Going to be hard for Next Play EVOS to do this well because H2 always goes 1v1 against Aqua, and Aqua's actually winning. Oh no, they might bear down on H2.
That's a lot of people.
Sandwich play. Demon Kite looking for one. Tempest of Blades forced out two.
Oh!
1 for 1. They know exactly what's going down, but Eman, like a sharpshooter from the west, taking down Ling. He falls off the wall, down for 35.
These are like literal swordsmen fighting each other move for move here.
And then Eman brings a gun.
And Eman someone brought a gun to a sword fight.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And Eman won.
Yeah.
But that was such fantastic micro decision making from H2 and Demon Kite. Demon Kite knows H2 is going to try to go for that Tempest of Blades to get away, so he conserved it. But at the same time, he saw H2 really took his time with using that Tempest of Blades. But it was H2 who used his ultimate first, but he was able to avoid a bit of the damage. It just so happens to be that because of that rotation from RSG, Eman was ready and waiting alongside Nas and Aqua, if I'm not mistaken, and so H2 bit the dust.
Whew. Now H2 again is back on the field. He's a little bit more wary. He's playing a little safer here, but
spotted out.
To find Aqua, no one home, of course.
I mean,
very slippery.
To be fair, I would not expect someone in that bush if I were H2, so got really surprised by Aqua there.
You're here?
What?
What are you doing there?
No one's ever here.
And now it's going to be RSG back on like 70% map control here, 80% at least.
Oh,
And NXPE just treading carefully on every bush now.
Yeah, and a huge lead. Honestly, we're sitting at about 7K ahead for RSG. Now you're seeing what 4 turrets ahead, a Lord, and 5 kills look like 16 minutes in.
Yeah, that's not nothing at 16 minutes for sure.
It's a whole lot of something. By the way, Eman already picked up the Scarlet Phantom there, so that's some extra attack speed and extra crits. So NXP really have to try and hunt down that Clint. They cannot let him freely hit. Light also now has the Immortality. No Immortalities available except for Ureshi on the side of NXPE.
Have you guys ever seen like the human form of the primal form of Ureshi at this point? I don't think I have. They're playing so slow.
He did it earlier to take down Lord, but look at this, another Lord pending here for RSG.
They get it.
Aqua just securing it. He says, Demon Kite, hold back your retribution.
It's the chase.
We might need it here.
He got it.
Riding down onto Yelly Hayes with the
reach.
grab. Gonna get canceled. There's a stun. Ureshi still looking for some.
Cadenza!
That's gonna be the dive in. Backline, Cadenza flickering on out. Tempest of Blades, no one home. That's gonna be all of next play Evos at about half health, save for Donut. And that's Lord marching up top. No fruitful takes from next play Evos. RSG happy with that skirmish.
But they were able to really like whittle down RSG members as well. So there goes the natural advantage of NXP's lineup, which is they've got tons of damage here. They're able to utilize it at least, but they're going to have to also deal with a Lord push on top side. So if they kind of go for the next fight, they might not do it as efficiently as they did earlier.
Yeah, it could be a very devastating push here for NXPE to face. RSG might be able to
Here
take
the
out
waves.
all inhibitors, or maybe at least 2. But there's also a wave coming down the bot lane.
Oh, there's a split by Nats.
Fight.
Drawing a line.
Great zone out.
Making this inhibitor take easier for Demon Kite and Eman. Mid and bottom. No more turrets left. They're cleaning house. RSG walking on out of here. They'll go for the slow and the surgical take here. 18 minutes in.
Adds another 1K their goal lead as well as taking out those inhibitors. RSG doesn't need to force a fight. They just can wait for NXPE to kind of move out of the map. RSG has the huge advantage in terms of like they can create death bushes. NXPE doesn't have a choice. They kind of have to walk out if they want any chance of playing or winning.
Sneaky.
Conceal play.
H2O once more.
One. There's a Phantom execution and the Tempest of Blades on the swing back. Neither team's going to make the most of their assassins using their ults. We're about a minute away from Lord here.
Yeah, Demon Kite and H2 again just knows each other so well. Playing skill after skill and dodging each and every turn that they have. They don't actually have straight up team fights. They just they don't have like sword fights actually.
Yes.
They just skill out against each other.
True, it's actually other people who get these assassins.
That's true.
Right? Eman taking down H2 and then Donut taking down Demon Kite.
Yeah, it's usually just Demon Kite like using Formed Rose, so he doesn't actually use the sword as well.
Yeah.
Cadenza.
Cadenza eating a face full of umbrellas from Aqua. They're trying really hard to give H2 this purple, but to no avail.
Yeah, that's impossible. Like, there's just too much damage on the side of Eman right now that he can't. Like, H2O can't go near without threatening like at least half of his HP.
To be Ling in this game, to be Ling.
Right? So difficult up against that Ruby, up against that Glue, and the fact that RSG have so much control in this game that they're freely stealing his purple buff. By the way, one of my favorite unique item pickups for a Glue, but I think for the pro players it's a norm. Already an Ice Queen wand build for that Glue. So that's a lot of slows, and because Glue's main damage is actually magic damage instead of physical.
And it's AoE.
He'll be able to deal a good amount of magic damage.
Oh, a devastating distraction. That's what I'd call this, and Nats has it cocked. He's loaded. He's waiting. Eman securing that third Lord for RSG. Could be the nail in the coffin as Nats bites down. Not exactly engaging just yet. That first skill on the Glue is so disgusting.
Yeah.
That cooldown plus the actual damage Nats is laying down.
Yeah, it's like there's a permanent slow field on the map if Nats wants it.
Ooh.
So this is definitely a top ban pick now for Nats. I think this is the last match that we'll ever see Nats on the Glue.
Yeah, respect
so,
it.
People just have to respect it from now on. Other teams are watching this. That's exactly what they have to do here.
Yep. 5 games before this series played in the MPL. Glue was banned for all 5 of them. And now we're reminded why. Oh!
Look at this. Aqua gonna get caught out here. There's the
Ouch!
Truncheon.
Oh!
Forcing out the Tempest of Blades.
Oh!
H2 in trouble. He goes back. Ureshi playing here with Demon Kite 1v1. Turned into his primal form. Gonna get pulled in by Light. That's gonna be the pop on the Immortality. Taken down by Eman. 1 down. Grab on the Ellie Haze. No more black shoes. Oh, he just clicks it. Woo! That's gonna be the finish on to him by Demon Kite. 2 down for the side of NXPE EVOS. RSG going for the final push here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 2 defenders. 1 left. That's it. RSG, GG, NXPE EVOS falls 2-0.
These are fights that you